Yeah. Hey guys. I'm just gonna check if my music is not blasting all over the place. Nope, it's good. I don't want to use any music today because I can't seem to find the correct audio level, you know. Hey, Diederik, you were ready, right? That's good. I did a pre-warning this time, so. I'm just gonna like that, and then we're ready to go. Yeah, cool. I just finished recording this. Oh, there are some pretty damn good opportunities within that. I'm just gonna upload this until people start to join. Yeah. Why can I hear myself? If you can hear music, let me know, because otherwise I have volume insanely loud, so that would suck for you. Yeah, what a day. Holy shit. That's good. Nice. Cool. No music, right? Just checking, because it should be off for you. Yeah. No, I can't seem to find the correct. Let's try. Okay. Let me know. I'm gonna turn it on here. You might get blown away, but stocks are flat. Really? Let me know how the level is for the music. And I'm just listening to what, something. So the stocks are flat. H1, really? Well, I have stocks that are red today as well, so some of them at least, but most are looking pretty darn good. Hey guys, again, remember, the chat is open. I'll be here for half an hour maybe. Just finishing up the upload for today's video, so. Yeah, so, yeah. ERD? Okay, just 1 second here. Just gonna be. Again, let me know if the music is too loud. I can't seem to find the correct level, so I don't know. So, uranium today, like news with regarding to strategic reserve. That's pretty darn interesting, yeah. Yeah, equity, again, what is the level for equity? Is it like 0.33? I think it is. That's the big one. The last, the big hurdle, basically. I think it's 33 cents. I can't remember exactly, but I think it's there. I'm just uploading right now, so again, I'm just keep coming in with the questions, and I'll take a look in 1 second. Yes, do that. No, go ahead. Boom, boom, boom. The good thing about OBS, I'm recording in OBS now, is the format seems to fit perfect with Substack and YouTube and all that. So it takes me basically a fraction of the time as I used to be able to wait, because it has to render or whatever to fit the format and upload. It took like forever. So that's good. Yeah, Linkin Park, man. Again, these I started to listen to them like a few years ago. Again, this came out when I was like, how old were I? Like 14. Some of the best music again. Really good music, and Chester was just amazing. Uploaded, cool. I think yeah. These stocks here I'm going through, or like a walkthrough in the video that I just uploaded. There are some good ones, just to say the least. We have been waiting for quite a few of these: VUC, PLG or Platinum Group metals, Mega Uranium, Defiance, H. Yeah, it's not too shabby. It is not too shabby. We're gonna do this so it fits, so you can see basically like that. Cool. Okay, KTN. I still think it looks okay, right, from a long-term perspective. It might has run a little bit. Yeah, it looks good. No, it's fine. It's fine. Let's remove that, by the way. The reason why it's fine in my book is, I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. So that one there, right? Break a 2.5 year horizontal resistance at 1.55. Still within that kind of bear flag, but I think we're gonna break out and then do that. So that is my my take. But yes, it is lagging heavily. So equity metals. Should we do equity? Maybe. That's okay. Yeah, 0.33. I have 2 small positions. Again, just to note here, it's not a secret. I bought that one there, which wasn't correct, right? And then I bought that one there, which wasn't correct. And now I'm waiting for my last clip, small clip, 0.33. So I think it's just a timing issue. I think it's gonna break out, but the timing is not. We're not getting the timing correct. So. Yeah, Santa Cruz, what a banger, right? One of my best calls lately. One of my best calls in quite a while. That's good. Yeah, Santa Cruz hitting all-time highs, I think. It's one of those where, and this is also discussed in that video that I just sent out, how to play it, because it depends on your mood and how you want to proceed, right? But basically we entered at 44 cents, or 0.44, and we are now at 2.5 in 6 months' time. No one is unhappy with 500% in half a year, so killer. It could go on here again. I mean, I think it is going to go higher. We might just have a pullback / pause here. And this to me is the most tricky thing of trading here. When to take profit, right? Yeah. And the thing is, it could easily just blast through that all-time high, because silver. Yeah. I think sell didn't. That's the. Is it this one here? Sell. I have some old drawings here. I can see. Is it this one here? The Challenger Gold in Australia. Yeah. I think it looks good, mate. I don't. Again, you could maybe search, you know, if there are better options. There might be, but overall, again, the little head and shoulder here we could back test, but the measured move is perfect with that. So again, I think we're gonna. I think it looks good. I think it looks good. I do believe so. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. ERD? What is that? I can't remember. Maybe I do. Adjust drawing. Yeah, it looks banger. That's again. That's a 20-year breakout. That should perform really good, by the way. So again, you do have vibes. Is it ahead? Maybe. But overall, I wouldn't mess too much with it. And if Borak, again, he's really good. So this one here was the you know, the big wind up, right? Boom, that was a big entry. The big wedge, right? These are the ones we're looking for. This one was the perfect entry, by the way, 2.4. So, and these, right? As you know, we take all day, all every time. Yeah, I took the ETF. I took the ETF trade. Maybe you could have gained more, you know, in, for instance, BLDP. I just felt, you know, I had so much to look for, and I just, from a mental point of view, that was just my way in. You know, it took a little bit, nothing biggie, but if it goes to the targets that we have, it's not the worst trade or investment. So. Fuel cell. Yeah, fuel cell here again, very volatile, but yeah. Pluck here again, yeah. So yeah, keep it small in that sector because it will make your head spin. It's so deadly. Can be rewarding, but it's very deadly sometimes. Deadly sounds, you know, but I think you get my. Well, this is a good song. One of the best, in my view, by Linkin Park. So. What did Platinum do today? Ah. Cool. Just got a very good reply from a Substack member. Warms my heart, really. That's beautiful. Looks damn good. Rhodium. No one is talking rhodium, but give it 1 year. Gas. Perfect. We talked about that as well. But for me, it needs to break that wedge in order to become interesting. But holy shit, there's a lot of things going on here. Let's remove that. A lot of funky stuff. Yeah. The gold silver ratio. We have FOMC in 2 days, right? That will definitely give some volatility. SID, I might have to look at another screen here because again, some of the stuff we're looking at, you know, on the Substack, which I cannot completely yeah, I can't really do SID here. Again, I can't. Again, this will be a trigger very soon for the Substack members. So that one I cannot talk about here. Tudor Gold we can do because it hasn't been a part of our. It is now, but it hasn't been a part of our. Yeah, looks pretty darn good. One thing that I've been trying to, like, I wanted to learn that even though it looks very stretched on the daily, sometimes you have, again, if you get a weekly breakout, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So Tudor Gold looks good. I have nothing really to complain about. Might hit some sort of resistance here, you know, 1.2, 1.1 here, but overall, you have to love when you have a 4-year channel breakout. Head and shoulder, by the way, hit perfectly up there. So yeah, look for longs. If you're not in here, again, look for any whatever bullish structure you get and buy into that, whatever you get, right? Whatever you get. If you get one, sometimes you don't, but yeah. Oh, it did. Wasn't that the on Tuesday? That is almost okay. Yeah, it did. It did. Again, also what we talk about, like gold, good example. The main driver, I would even say, is the monthly, if not the 3 monthly time frame. So whatever happens on the daily, who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter. So I think people are getting too caught up in daily. Again, if you have such a long-term breakout, in this case, you know, we're looking at the 3 monthly. We're just smashing the 3 monthly Bollinger Band. So what happens on the daily? 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Who cares? Who cares? But yeah, we did, and that was actually, look at this again, 2 hourly. So but it was just a bull flag breaking out. Boom. So what is the target on that one? We could do this here. I think that is very valid. Yeah, 3.8 seems to be next up. So that was very violent, that music there, for some people, so sorry. But again, we have FOMC, you know, in 2 days. It's not what happens on that day often, it's more the days after you get the, you know, but let's see, I don't really, yeah. Yeah. Again, feel free to ask questions, right? I'm just sitting here. I drank a lot of coffee tonight here, so I can't sleep anyways. So. Yeah, could be. Yeah, could. I mean, it's gonna be volatile for sure. I think 0.25 is a certainty. Yeah, it has to be, right? So rate cuts. Do we get a half a point? percentage, maybe. Global X, yeah. Sorry. Cobex. $42 was our latest long call, and the target we have is roughly, you know, the golden here, 5.8. Excuse me, 57. I think we're gonna get there. So basically that wedge break was our long entry into copper miners, at least the ETF. This right here, that trend line, that was a trap. Boom. What often happens is that if you get back above, you have a false breakdown, and you go to whatever the upper side of that fractal or setup, which in this case was just a simple pennant. You tag it, often you pull back, and then you go again. This one here just cut straight through. So yeah, I think we have a little bit more to go until we have reached the target. So good question, Diederik. Good question. I hate to do buying and selling on events where I think a lot of it is already, I don't know, tricky. Pal? Oh yeah, that is palladium. Yeah? I still have my target, you know, 155 or so for palladium. We will probably overshoot. Yeah, that's a good point, JV, I guess. But yeah, we shall see. It's not a winning strategy to buy and sell, you know, into these events. Yeah, you can't. It's yeah. All I'm looking at now, for instance, right, weekly chart of gold, silver, and I'm just very pleased with what I'm seeing. I'm very pleased. Again, we have been breaking a ton of good stuff. Uptrend, broken to the upside, on good volume. That's typically where you start to really increase the angle to the upside. So unless we start to, let's say, for instance, we get smoked over the next few, again, if we do something like this, right, then I start to get, okay, we might have, it opens up for downside, you know, or long time, you know, consolidation or something. But for now, I'm very pleased, and the long-term time frames is in control. So it's going to be funny to see where the gold-silver ratio stands in 2 days. I think that's the biggest gauge to look. Again, the gold-silver ratio is, in my view, underused heavily. I think most ratios, again, people should look at ratios way more often. Not only the gold and silver, but in general. Right, I think this one here is probably how to frame this a few months here worth of gold-silver ratio. And then we have the lower end here, so... oh. So, if we start to see some strength, again, which could happen in 2 days' time, and start to break out here, meaning gold will outperform silver, that will be not the best option for gold and silver during that period, because you want silver to outperform. So then we could see some strength coming in, which will hurt miners and silver. At least it will underperform gold. So I think ratios, should be, again, you should have like a 2 hour in the weekends where you just look at ratios, only ratios. It's underused heavily. So very much underused. And speaking of, again, this one here. Now I don't have the screenshot or the picture, but for instance, the URA divided by the U.UN was my was the ratio that kept me sane during 2024 and uranium, because this Vikov, as you know, I've shown it many times, was just textbook. So that kept me, it's gonna be fantastic, and yeah. What a day, Jesus Christ. True, hey, but I don't do much rewards. I think that might be a mistake, though. Again, look at this one here, momentum. I love the momentum indicator. That's the only indicator that I will use, basically, from time to time. Not as a default, but I have it on as an extra filter from time to time. And this was just a 4-year momentum weekly breakout on URA. Happened in May. Perfect. So, thank you, Kevin. I'm just a normal dude trying to navigate, but actually quite boring, But me personally, I'm CLRMF. CLRMF. Oh, clean air. It's been a while. Don't they have a ticker called air? They do. CLRMF. Wow. That's such a good song, by the way, this one here. It's perfect. It gets me every time, really. There it is. Very simply put, I wouldn't be interested until we start to 0.047-ish and above. Until then, there's nothing for me. There are some internals here that I'm just pointing to, and then when that breaks, we have the downtrend is broken on the 4th. So, but yeah, it has been lagging heavily. It's 8 million, but I think this one here and above, that is where it looks good. Well, not fantastic, but again, that's where you want to get in if you want to. So, yeah. And even then, it still has some work to do. So, but yeah, thereabouts, 0.047-ish. Yeah. You could see this as one big downtrend, and then you go stage 1, right? And then you start to break out here in stage 2 and the uptrend. The weekly volume here is insane on that leg down. So if we can start to actually, that could be the bottom, right? And then again, if you are insanely aggressive, which I wouldn't recommend in these stocks here, I think you could get some spikes internally here, 3.8 cents or so. But again, just wait, roughly 4.7 or 4.8. Yeah. Who did I miss here? Anyone? Did I PPLT? Oh yeah, PPLT. That's a good one. That's platinum. I think you know my take on platinum, but it's just one of those long-term plays. We had the big breakout, roughly 100 here, which was 1050 on the chart on spot platinum. Monthly Bollinger Band expansion, perfect. Do we? Yeah, we even have 3 monthly here. Platinum, very long term, is so beautiful, and that's an understatement. It's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. By the way, so. Rick, 1 second. I'm just gonna check if I missed someone here. I hate to not. I think we're good, right? Platinum will thrive with currency volume. Yeah, it's gonna be. It looks fantastic, platinum. It really does. And again, monthly and 3 monthly time frame is now the driver in my book. So the daily stuff here, doesn't matter. It only makes you, again, this is where you can look for entries, right? If you get something like a flag here and you break out, you can add more. So the daily time frame on platinum is where to look for buying opportunities. And typically what you want to look for, at least, is some sort of a, some sort of volatility decrease, and then you buy that breakout. It could be bull flag, it could be little wedge, it could be anything. So scuffed, I don't know, with the FOMC. It's 2 days ahead, so you don't really, these are so tricky to trade. I don't trade it. That's very loud music for you guys, I think. And me as well. I'm an old guy, so. What do we have here? I'm gonna do that. So, Rick. I think we can do Rick. I don't think we have. We don't have that. It's fine. I will. It's okay. Very simply, that's the neckline, and anything north of basically 3.4, 3.42 is a good little spot to look for longs, I guess. So. GLXY. Yeah, okay. I think I looked at this one before. This is very old. But yeah, this one was the one we looked at a long time ago. I can't remember exactly, but I remember the chart when I, breakout backtest. Looks really good. Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember when we looked at it, but I had something on there, so it might have been from an older stream, or maybe even sub request. Could be, yeah. And also here, boom, right? It does have that kind of feeling to it, doesn't it? Could it be? Could it be? Fundamentals, yeah, sure. But we are definitely breaking out. This should actually be a blue one, because that's the neckline. It really is. That is the neckline. Little hump at the end there, breakout, boom. Looks pretty darn good, yeah? I don't, what do they do? Banksters? Brokers? Okay, cool. Whatever. Dividends? Not that it matters, no. But yeah, I think it looks good, yeah? And I think for now, basically for the next few months here, your stop could be below that backtest low there. So roughly, let's call it 20 and below. It is 50% the way, I know, but we don't want to get back below the neckline. So do they do crypto, or should we look at Ethereum, Solana, and Bitcoin and all that? Trade, oh, they're TradeFi. Okay, yeah, cool. Okay, I get it. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it looks, yeah. Let's look at some very bad performing uranium stocks lately, you know, because they have just base load. Do you buy the triple bottom here as a lottery ticket? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe you do, I guess. If you want to have a, I don't know. No, maybe not. I don't know. Global Atomic. Could we do a parallel here? It's so tricky, this chart, the Global Atomic. It's so tricky with the expanding volatility. So you're getting funky stuff here. It's Elevate. Check out the video that I just made for Substack. It's there. It's yeah, interesting. Financing, yeah, could be. I'm just having difficulties charting this one here because it's so funky. So it's yeah, it's so tricky, this one here. Could we be? I just want to check the. Yeah, it's not too bad actually. Do it at your own mercy, but we are breaking a bull flag here on Global Atomic. But do it at your own peril, I guess. That stock has been wild. GoVX. I want to see that 10-cent clear. If it does, that is actually quite a good looking breakout and neckline breakout. Yeah, 10 cents on this hammered stock in Niger. You know the deal with the whole thing in Niger, but yeah, 10 cents and above, and I dig it. It's good. It is looking good. Anfield Energy is another one. Yeah, I think Andy from Finding Value is talking about that one. AEC, right? Yeah. It hasn't been doing well, but you can see the downtrend here, definitely. So the vibes that I'm getting is basically stage 4 completely in the drain, and now we're going sideways. So right, I'm just going to do this on the fly here, so don't take the lines 100% correct there. So but yeah, once we start to clear roughly this stuff here, just trying to navigate, yeah, anything north of 12 roughly. Not my, go-to chart by any means, but anything north of like 10, 12, yeah. Maybe a bit lower, like 11. Yeah, but we are definitely in stage 1, right? So once we start to, yeah, 12-ish, thereabouts, I guess. L8, is it I? I8? Yeah. Oh, that's a... that is a TOE, yeah, that's actually one we should put back on the menu. We removed it at some point. This is IA8. I can't see the market cap, so it has to be insanely small, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I can't really do much with what I have here, but I guess. I mean, maybe that's your ticket in once we break that. But you have so little data, and it's a very small stock, so that's the only way I could frame it, right? We have 2 on top side, 2 on the bottom, perfect match. If you confirm here, or maybe pull back, stop loss below, long, yeah. But it doesn't even have a market cap here, so I don't know. I don't know. TOE, yeah, I know this one here. Toro, right? Yeah. Oh, it's been such a long time. I think we can't mention this one. Yeah, it's fine. Like that, I got, yeah. 24 cents and above. Yeah. 24 cents is where I'm getting interested in this one here. 24. Breaking, again, getting back above the long-term downtrend, breaking the wedge. That seems like a good start to me. Yeah, Uranium stocks down under has heavily lagged. At least some of them has. But American Uranium in Australia, that's funny. This is a small guy. I want to get back above that for sure before anything. Again, remember, as I always say, this is 14 million worth of market cap. So keep your entry small. It's a very important lesson. I learned that the hard way by going in with too much size. So even if the trade goes the way you want it to go, all of a sudden you have a big position and you will get a 50% pullback because it's a small stock and it's mentally it's not worth it. So keep it small. Definitely some breakage there. I wish this one, anyway, it's okay. Ouch, what was that? That was strange. What happened there? Nothing? It's tricky. I'm really trying to get, the view into this one here, if there is any. I'm gonna keep it simple. And even then, you know, it's so damn tricky. Anything below 10 and I wouldn't be a part of it. And even then I'm like, we could, yeah, 10. Yeah, 10-ish. 10, yeah. I can't really get the exact, you know, view that I want to have, but I guess if you want in lottery ticket, as we, you know, call them, 14 million, 10 seems to be. I would love to frame this one with that high, but I can't seem to. I want this one to stand out in one way or the other, but no, shame. Maybe that one there. Is it a false breakout? It could be a false breakout here, though. So yeah, 10. Anything below 10, and for now I wouldn't be a part of it. So. Tricky. Sometimes it's tricky. Well, actually, more often than not, it's very tricky. So. Space dogs. But UFO. Let me check here. Is it a... Okay. Interesting. Is it this one here, I guess? Again, I wouldn't buy it here, but it looks pretty darn good. There was some really good stuff here on that way down there. Oof. That looks like the Aftermath entry, I think. Had similar vibes to it. Aftermath did this. No, that's Defiance. Defiance, yeah, my bad. It did that, and then it has been coiling forever. Similar stuff there, but it looks pretty darn good. But again, I wouldn't be a buyer up here. It could go higher, of course, but I wouldn't buy it here. So. Oh, look at this one here. That is just pure death. Ouch. Yeah, it is good. For sure, it looks really good. Yeah. Looks really good. Absolutely. It looks insanely good. Looks insanely good. Yeah, but the holdings. 1 second, on another screen here. UFO ETF holdings. Oh, I maybe I can find it here. I think I have it. Interesting. Top 10 holdings. Should we do the first one? Just for fun. I haven't. EcoStar Corporation, whatever that is. Viasat, that is that's television, isn't it? Okay. Wow. Boom. Would have most likely got stopped out. That's the entry. That would have stopped. Wow. What happened there has to be nothing? There has to be something there. I guess not. Maybe some politician bought it there. Yeah, SVM I cannot mention here because it's one that we've been tracking a long time. on Substack. So. And recently has been mentioned in a good way. So Rocket Lab, that one I've heard before. I think. And I had something going on here. Oh yeah, I remember we talked about if it goes down to here, you buy. It didn't. Wow, yeah, it looks immensely strong. No, not the silver miner. Oh, the ASX. Oh, my bad. My oh. Tricky. Straight off the bat, you know, getting that a bit all over the place kind of vibe, you know. I don't know. A bit careful here, though. I would say. It's not. You see that? It's not the end of the world, but that bear flag there, breaking down from the bigger. It's not over until we clear that low, but that is definitely a warning here. Definitely a warning. For now. It needs to recover the yellow, and in order to do so, it needs to break these two highs here. So it needs to get above roughly 75 cents or so. Roughly. Do we have some gap fills going on here? Sometimes you can find, no, not really. But it has vibes of a false breakdown also. So again, maybe a bit premature, just a bit of a warning here. But let's see. This is what other metals, what do they do? Copper, gold. Strange. But yeah, it needs to recover the yellow here somewhat soon. Could it be a back test and then? Yeah. But overall, having difficulties actually. There were some these highs here. I would never have gotten an entry in this one. So titanium, okay, yeah, tricky sector. I guess. Graphite. I would never have gotten into the stock either. I don't have. Oh. I would probably never have been able to get in. Probably. So. Yeah. Good. Do we have like two more we should look at before we call it a day? This was the setup for the day here, posted on X as well. Oh, big fakey there. Wow, that took everyone out, you know, boom, on silver. Commodities that I'm bearish on. Neutral, yes. I think we could get really bearish on cocoa if we start to trade below, let's call it like 7,200, 7,000 here. That wouldn't be the best. Then it has to undo that rather quickly. I would frame that one like that, the low side and then the top side. So, but it has maybe already had the false breakdown. So yeah. By the way, cocoa, one of my best longs 2 years ago, and I messed it up. I sold at the highs here, expecting a bigger pullback, and then it squeezed, boom. And you can actually see something cracking behind the scenes on cocoa. It's very interesting because here it is, at least according to how I view it. Look at that. We have the seismic needle, boom, boom. Something got smoked here. Something happened right there on Monday, 7th of August 2023, and Tuesday. Something cracked in the system there. Boom, boom. Because these candles are so abnormal compared to the rest. And from there on, it just went straight up. So some short broker guy, whatever that is, you know, they got smoked here, one way or the other, and boom. So yeah, coffee looks immensely good. Oh, that one is not no more. Neutral on sugar, but we're definitely within a bull flag, but neutral for now. Soybeans, I'll turn bearish if we get below like 930-ish. Then I'll get bearish. Neutral wheat, but again, neutral with the bullish view that I think this wedge is going to break to the upside at some point. If it doesn't, and we start to break below a 25-year support, so basically anything below 500 on the wheat futures, that will be, unless it's a false breakdown, that is very bad. Very bad. Let's do the correlation. It's been like, I think like half a year. We have to go to my otherwise I mess it up here. I want to go to the fun stuff. We're gonna, U.UN above 26. Ooh. Anyways, that is, wow. Sugar, let's see. Let's have a look-see here on sugar. I'm gonna zoom way out. Okay, don't get me wrong. Overall, I banger long-term wedge. So at one point in time, again, we're gonna break that wedge, which goes back 50 years, and we're gonna rally way into 3 digits for sugar. And I think this one here is that last kind of leg down here, whatever we get here before we go. And you can see also we're basically sitting in the splitter in the middle here. So I think there's a good chance that we're working on the bottom here on that flag, and we're going to go higher. So again, perfect. Again, this type of wedge you can take on any time frame, depending on if you're looking at the 15-minute, daily, monthly, weekly. I love these. I really love these. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, and sugar, excuse me. Silver. This will be the last one for the day. We're gonna go and put that on the second right scale, and always log scale, always. Oh yeah, divergence, I guess. Right? It's a good little exercise here. That's actually kind of funny. We definitely have the biggest divergence ever. The upper one here is silver, looking absolutely baller. So yeah, we do have very big divergence here. Look at the divergence, silver, sugar. Until that point, you can actually see, you know, high correlation between the two. And you have this leg up here, and then this one there. So, but make no mistake, on the sugar, there will be, I'm very confident that within, again, this is long term, this is insanely long term, but within, you know, 2026, I think this little bull flag here, bullish wedge, whatever, is gonna show its way in to sugar, right, and actually give an entry, and then we break out. Yeah, that is how I see that one, because the wedge is just lovely. Again, I could be wrong though, but this stuff here, again, if that was a gold stock, you would be so excited to see, of course, that one break. So, yeah, get some sleep. That is the final words for the day. Let's again, FOMC is up in 2 days. Let's see what happens. Again, I have no idea. No one knows, but expect back and forth head fakes. So even though we get an initial reaction during the day for a few hours, it might not be the final move or the final direction. You get head fakes over and over again. So algorithms, yada yada yada. So that is all, guys. I have nothing more. It's been a pleasure. 1 hour of streaming. That is good. That is fantastic. So have an amazing day as always, and we will see you in the next one. Cheers.